Well, join me right now. We have the president of the union representing TSA workers at the country's busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, Aaron Barker. Aaron, welcome. As we look at some new numbers from DHS, it shows that 33.7% of your colleagues at the Atlanta airport called out yesterday. I know people are making tough decisions right now, but if some back pay starts to come in, let's say today or even tomorrow, how much relief will that bring?
But thank you for having me on. So I do believe that it will bring some relief to officers that are suffering from this shutdown. Once that money hits folks' accounts, they should be able to at least put some gas in their car to make it back to work.
And more. Put food on the table, pay rent,
yes.
Pay a mortgage, pay a car payment, pay it all. How many of your colleagues, Aaron, have quit and told you they're not going to come back to this job after dealing with all of this?
So here specifically in Atlanta and across Georgia, which is where I represent, I haven't heard of any officers that have quit as of yet. But I do think that that is something that will happen as this goes along. And even today, I did receive part of my paycheck, as many of my colleagues across the country have, but it was not the full amount. We're still missing part of the paycheck, and some of the hours were not correct. So officers are still, even though President Trump did sign that executive order, what's due to us has not been given to us yet.
Any clue when what you're still owed is coming? Have you gotten word?
No, everyone is trying to figure that out. We're trying to figure out what exactly the executive order covers. I did see the clip that you played of President Trump, saying paying until a deal is reached, but that's not clear, I guess, on the agency side, and the union is on the union side. We're trying to figure that out to see how long the funding will go, because we don't know if it's just for the back pay or if it's for continuing until our congressional members decide to come back and do their job.
So, Aaron, now that there'll be at least some money, as you said, put in gas in the car so people can get to work, how many of those who've called out do you think will come back, and how much will that affect these long security lines?
I think the good majority of officers will return to work, and it would significantly bring down the wait times. As long as there's, the means to take care of their needs at home and also put gas in the car to get to work, officers will come to work. As you can see, have seen, officers are still showing up. The ones that were not able to is just due to not having money and having to take care of their children, whether it's paying daycare or, having to make the decision to pay their rent or keep the lights on versus putting gas in the car.
Yeah. Real quick, have you heard people say, your colleagues, that they feel like pawns, political pawns in all of this?
Absolutely. We do. Absolutely. I think it's disgusting what Congress has done with TSA workers. TSA workers have been, we feel, have been under attack since this administration has taken over. It's been twice under this administration that they've tried to take away the union bargaining rights, and now we're dealing with this. So it seems like there's some other motive that's happening that hasn't come to light yet, but we're keeping our eye close on it, and we're going to, sound the alarm.
Yeah. Well, as a frequent flyer, Aaron, I'll be darn glad to see you guys all back in full, and I'm sure you will be too. Thank you so much, Aaron Barker.
Yes, thank you.